Hello, my dear friend. So, we are now into the last part of ratio and proportion, that is proportion. What is this proportion? Let us try to understand what is this proportion and what kind of questions will come and how to solve those questions. So, proportion is defined as follows. If two ratios are equal, they are said to be in proportion. If two ratios are equal, what do you mean by saying that two ratios are equal? How can two ratios be equal? Say for example, there is a ratio 3:5. Now this can be equal to what? Normally, okay, the equal ratio can be any of the multiple of this. So 3 into 2, 5 into 2, if I do, then I will get a 6:10. These are equal. This is what is one of the characteristic of ratio which we already know. So if these two ratios are equal, then they are said to be in proportion. They are said to be in proportion. In other words, you can say with algebraic variables I have tried to explain. If A is to B is equal to C is to D, like the one example we have taken, 3:5 is equal to 6:10, then A, B, C and D are in proportion. They are in proportion. This is simple thing. Two ratios are equal, then they are in proportion. This is what you need to remember. Now we'll try to understand a little bit of it. The proportion technicals. You can see product of extremes is equal to product of means. What does this mean? So there are four, right? So they are in proportion. How do we write? The first thing, how do we write it or say it? Okay, A is to B as to C is to D. This is how we say. A is to B. Ratio is said as A is to B as to C is to D. Okay, this is how we say it. Okay, so this is one ratio, this is one ratio, and this is another ratio. Okay, in this whole proportion is written like this. There have to be four values in a proportion, otherwise it cannot be a proportion. One ratio which has two values and another ratio which also have two values. If they are equal, they are in proportion. So every proportion will have four values. Some proportion will have three values, about which we are going to learn next anyways. So we call it as A is to B as to C is to D. Now there are four values here, A, B, C and D. So the last one, the extreme ones, this A and this D, these are called extremes because they are at the extreme ends. These are the ends of the ratio, so they are called as extremes, and the middle ones are called means. You know, means is always the middle of the value. If you have studied the statistics, you will know mean, that will be middle one. So these are means. Okay, so what is the, this is one of the characteristic of proportion, where the product of extremes is equal to product of means. Say for example, we have taken a previous example. What is that? 3:5 is equal to 6:10. Let us see here. If I write it 3:5 as to 6:10. Okay, then what are the extremes here? 3 and 10 are extremes. So 3 into 2 product means what? They are going to be multiplied. 3 into 10 is equal to means are 6 and 5. So 5 into 6. Here 3 into 10 is equal to 30 and 5 into 6 is equal to 30. So they are equal. They will always be equal. If they are not equal, they are not to be in proportion. They cannot be in proportion, my dear friend. Okay, so there are several other things that will be told to you, like componendo, dividendo and so on. This I do not want you to understand all those things. That is all just useless technical information. This is some use, but that is useless technical information, so we are not going to understand it. Only thing we are going to understand, one more thing that we are going to understand is this thing. These only, not these terms A, B, C and D are not only termed as extremes and means, they are also called as first proportional, okay, second proportional, okay, and third proportional, and this is called as fourth proportional. This is called as fourth proportional. Okay. So as I was saying, the componendo, dividendo and all those things can be derived from only this one thing. If you remember this, everything else will be understood. And for bank examination, they will never ask what is componendo or dividendo and anything else. Okay. Now we have to understand this continued proportion, where I said there can be three. Here you can see continued proportion is one where the means are same. Means are same. Okay, these means are same. Can you see here B and B? Okay. We can take any example like 1 is to 3 as to 3 is to 9. Can you see here? 1 is to 3, same into 3. If I multiply 3 into 9, this is what? This is continued proportion. In this case also same thing will happen. The product of extremes is equal to product of means. But here you can understand this one more thing. Product of extremes is equal to product of means. But here what will happen is your product of means is always the same thing, B into B. Therefore it will be B square. And this will be A into C. Product of extremes will be A into C. Therefore, we can easily say that B is equal to square root of A into C. You can say that B is equal to square root of A into C. Whenever there is a continued proportion, my dear friend, there will be no fourth proportional. There will be no fourth proportional. They will call these are one first proportional. Okay, better for second. So this is first proportional, this is second proportional. These two are called as second proportional as well as mean proportionals. So there are two names. Please try to remember this. Technical knowledge is important. These two are called second proportional or mean proportional. They may ask you to find out the second proportional by giving you only two terms. They may ask you to find out the third proportional by giving you two terms. So you should be understood what exactly that means. So this is also, this is called as third proportional. So then in a continued proportion where the middle term, the means are same, in that case there will be only three proportional. That is what I was saying. For every proportion there have to be four terms, but if you want to ignore whatever is repeated, then there can be three terms. Otherwise actually they are four terms only. So that makes it amply clear, I think. So proportion is what? Proportion is a whenever there are two ratios which are equal, they are said to be in proportion. In this proportion, what we need to find out is what are the terms that are used, the end terms. The end term, the first and the last term are called as extremes, and the middle terms are called as means. And the product of means is equal to product of extremes. And then there is a continued proportion where the middle terms are same, like 1 is to 3 as to 3 is to 9. Okay, and they will ask you questions based on this. So there are 4 or 5 type of questions that will be asked on proportion, which we are going to solve now. Okay, so what is the fourth proportional to 5, 8, 15 and 15 is? So fourth proportional, when they are saying, so this you have to, whenever these numbers are given, you have to take them serially. You have to take them serially. In this case, what will happen? A will be 5. This is the first proportional. Second proportional is 8. Third proportional is 15. And we need to find out the fourth proportional. We can find out this in two ways. One with the characteristic or the feature, which is what? Product of extremes is equal to product of means. Product of extremes is equal to product of means. This is one way of finding it. Or we will be able to find out one more way, which is much easier. So first we will do this one. So product of extremes will take 5 into question mark. So 5 into question mark is equal to 8 into 15. So I need to find out the question mark. So what I'll do, I'll send this 5 this side when it will become divided by 8 into 15 divided by 5. So it will be 5 on the 5 threes are, so 8 threes are 24 will be your question mark or the fourth proportional. This is one way. Second way, what I said is, if this is normally this is the multiple of the A term, that is the first proportional. Third is almost every time it is a multiple. If it is not a multiple, it is possible that it's not a multiple. In that case, we are going to solve like this. If it is a multiple, then what we are going to do? 5 into 3 is 15. So 8 into 3 is 24. We are going to directly do this. If this second method is only if C is a multiple of A. If it is a multiple of A. Okay, this could have been anything else. 5 is to 8, it could have been anything else. Because it's a multiple, I can do it. Understood? Both methods I have told you. This method, if it is not a multiple. If second method, if there is a multiple, C is a multiple of A. Okay, next question, third proportional. Now remember, third proportional means what? Middle term is same. Okay, two proportions are given, 36 is given, 48 is given. So what does this mean? This is A and this is B, and the third, that is the mean, is going to be repeated. So this is to be 48, and we have to find out what? C, which is the question mark. Okay, so this, what will happen now? We know B square is equal to A into C. So B square, I know 48 into 48. I am not going to square it. I am going to keep it as it is. And 36 into C. So I'll take this 36 this side. So 48 into 48 divided by 36 is equal to C. Why I am not doing directly multiplication? Because this is not a multiple, direct multiple of 36. So I'm doing this. So once I do this, the 12 3s are 12 4s I'll get, and then 3 1s are 3 1s are 3 3 6 are 18, 4 into 16, 16 4s are 64. So C is equal to 64. This is as easy as that. Is that clear now? This is very easy to solve once you understand this formula. This is the not a formula, this is the characteristic. Okay, so next question, the mean proportional between 8 and 18. So now again, see, mean proportional they are saying. When they are saying mean proportional, means we have to find out what here. This is A is to B as to B is to C. Okay, so we have to find out B. So we know what B square is equal to A into C. So we have to find out B square first, and then we'll convert it into B. So 8 into 18, 18 8 is how much? 144. So B square is equal to 144. So B is equal to what? 12. I know square root of 144 is 12. So very simple questions will come in proportion. Only the next question will be a little bit calculative, which we are going to do anyways. Okay, so find the value of K that must be added to 4, 9, 32 and 57 so that they are in proportion. Okay, so let us see what they are saying. Find the value of K that must be added to 4, 9, 32 and 57 so that they are in proportion. So if these to be in proportion, 4, 9 and 32 and 57 are not in proportion. When they are in proportion, if two ratios are equal, so they are not in proportion. But if we add the same number, the value of K, the same number to each one of them, they will be in proportion is what it is saying. So from this, what I understand is, if I add K to each one of them, say for example 4 plus K, and then I'll add K to 9 as well, and then I'll add 32 to K, and then I'll add 57 plus K. So if I add this, they will be in proportion. This is what they are saying, right or wrong? Right or wrong? So this is what they are saying. So from this information, I'll be able to crack this question. Most of you, I have seen several of the students try to solve this with the uh, options. That is fine. But now we have to first understand how to solve it, then use all shortcuts. Right. So now we'll go. We know what product of extremes is equal to product of means. So I'll write it. 4 plus k into 57 plus k is equal to 9 plus k into 32 plus k. Once you solve this, because there is one variable and there is one equation, so you should be able to solve. So here just observe in this case how we solve it. Now let us multiply these terms. So what we have to multiply? 4 into 57. 4 into 57 is 57 double is 114. 114 double is 228. So 228, and then 4 into k is 4k plus 4k plus k into 57. This I know you have all learned how to do this. So 57k plus k into k is equal to k square. Now I'm going to do it slowly, and you have to observe this, and then next time you are going to avoid what is not required. So 9 into 32. 9 into 32 is 32. 320 minus 32. So 320 minus 20 is equal to 300, minus 10 is equal to 290, minus 2 is equal to 288. Okay, 288. And then plus what we'll do, 9 into k. So this will be 9k. And plus you can see here k into 32. So 32k plus k square, plus k square. Now you have to do what? Here also there is a k square and here also there is a k square. So I know what, if I take this k square onto the left hand side, if I take it here, it will become minus, because this is plus 1 here, right? Plus 4 square, k square. So if I bring it here, it will become minus k square. So this will be cancel out each other. K square plus k square minus k square will cancel each other. Now what you have to learn is you need not have to bring it actually. Without bringing, you should be able to do it. Next step also we are going to do the same way. 9k plus 32k we'll see here. 9k plus 32k will be what? 41k, and here 4k plus 57k will be what? 61k. Okay, plus anyways this 228 will be here, which is equal to 288 plus this one. So what you have to do, you have to take this one this side, so, and 228 this side. So what I am going to do, I am going to bring this side, so it will become what? 61k minus 41k, and then same way I am going to bring this one this side, so it will be 288 minus 228. So this will be what? 20k is equal to 60, which means that k is equal to 60 upon 20, right? 60 upon 20. 60 upon 20, which is equal to 3. Understood? K is equal to 3. So we have to add k, that is 3 here. Now you understood everything step by step I have shown here. If you are not understood, please go back and then again revise everything. You will be able to understand it properly. Now what I am going to tell you is, you should be able to come directly here. This question you remember, and you should be able to come directly here. How do I get this 61? What I'll do is directly I'll take 4 plus 57. 4 plus 57 will be 61. Are you getting my point? 4 plus this side will take 4 plus 57 is equal to minus, okay, minus 9 plus 32 is 40 is equal to, now what is this? This now reverse. See here, this has to come first. This side LHS has to come first here, and here RHS will subtract. Here what will happen? RHS will come first here, minus LHS will subtract. What you will do? 9 into 32, which is equal to 288, and 4 into 57. 4 into 57 is equal to 228. Only these two numbers are very important. Whatever numbers are given. Next time whenever it comes, what I am going to do is 4 plus 57 minus 9 into 9 plus 32 and 4 into 57. So 9 into 32 minus 4 into 57. This is what it is. Do you want to understand what it is? Once again, I am going to show you. 4 plus 57k minus 9 plus 32k is equal to 9 into 32 minus 4 into 57. Direct you are going to do. Remember this. Next time you are going to do it directly. Okay, one more question. One more question. Find the value of k that must be added to. Okay, this is the same question, is it? Sorry. Okay. When x is subtracted from 9, 15 and 27, the remainders are in continued proportion. So this is very, very important. Okay. So I'm writing there. Sorry. So they are in continued proportion. They are in continued proportion. When x is subtracted from 9, 15 and 27. Continued means what? It has to be a is to b as to b is to c. What they are saying is, if you subtract x from each of them, so it means what? 9, 15, 15 and 27. You have to subtract x, then they are in proportion, continued proportion. So therefore, I am taking the middle term same. 15 minus x and 27 minus x. This is what to be subtracted. Now again we are going to do the same thing. What is that? That is extremes. Product of extremes is equal to product of means. So again here you can see here there is, if I want to do it directly, we have to take care of the what? Take care of the signs. So writing is very, very important because here subtraction is there. So what will happen to subtraction? Okay, now extremes I will write. Extremes will be what? 9 minus x. So this is whatever I have written is proportion. It's not the equation. 9 minus x into 27 minus x. Okay, is equal to 15 minus x into 15 minus x. Okay, now you can do it directly. Now you will be able to see here 9 into 27 we are going to do, 15 into 15 we are going to do, and the same thing is going to do it again. But only thing is signs. So we'll see how signs will make a difference. Plus 9 into 27 plus 27. So 27 into 9 should be equal to what? 81. Is it 81? No, sorry sir, 243. Sorry. So it should be 243. 27 into 9 is 243. Okay. Now what will come here? Plus will come. Next 9 into minus x I'll do. So here it will come minus 9x. And then what I'll do? Minus x into minus 27. So again minus 27x will come. And then minus x into minus x. So I'll get what? X square. Anyways, this is going to go. This is going to go, that we already know. 15 into 15 is 225 because both are plus. Then minus plus 15 into minus x. So minus 15x. Then minus x into 15x. So minus 15x. Okay, and then minus x into minus x. Therefore, it will be plus x square. X square get cancelled because we know why. And then 243 minus 225 will happen. 243 minus 225 will happen because this is going to be coming this side. That is fine. But here what will happen is minus 9x minus 27x. It will become minus 36x. Okay, and in this side what will happen? Minus 15x will become what? Minus 30x. And these will be as usual 243. So what I'll do? I'll take this side, 243 minus 225, which is equal to 36. This will become plus now, isn't it? This will become plus. minus 36x will become plus 36x minus 30x. So what will happen here? 25 means 15 plus 18 and this is 6x. So x is equal to 3 again. X is equal to 3 again. So here what we could have done? We could have done the same thing here, my dear friend. Again you can do the same thing. Okay. Now what you will do? LHS, wherever you take LHS, multiply. So otherwise you can add. Okay. 9 plus 27 is equal to how much? 9 plus 27. That is what has happened here, isn't it? 36x minus 15 plus 15 is equal to 30x is equal to 9 into 27. 9 into 27 is 243. 15 into 15 is equal to 225. Can you see here? Even the signs will not make any difference. I just wanted to show you. Signs will not make any difference. So you can directly do these things. So 6x is equal to 18. Therefore, x is equal to 3. So this is how we can solve these questions as well. So till now, we have solved all types of ratio and proportion questions. I'm pretty sure that you will be able to solve any kind of question after you do the revision of this chapter 2 or 3 times. Do it 2 or 3 times. Okay. Today also don't only try to solve the questions. Go back and watch these videos again and again so that you will have a lot of clarity and you know the methods perfectly and you will be able to solve them correctly. So now before we go, we do something, right? That is our ritual. So what is the task today? So what are you going to do today? Okay. So let me tell you one task which is very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So that interesting is, it may take a little bit of time, but it will add a lot of value in your life. It will add a lot of value in your life. So tell me, who is your ideal person alive? This is very, very important. You just write down who is your icon, your ideal person, who you want to become like. Who is alive? I want not the person who is dead. I want the person who is alive. Okay. This is only first part of the task, my dear friend. Second part is very interesting. Okay. So you have to identify who is your ideal person, who is alive till today. He is alive. Maybe whatever is coming to your mind, immediately write down. Please write down immediately. And then within next 7 days, you should talk to him or her. You have to find out his or her phone number or email or whatever. You can direct DM them on Insta, or we can message them on FB. Whatever way, you have to find his or her contact number and then talk to him or her. And I'm telling you, any person in the world is 3 or 4 people away. Any person in the world is 3 or 4 people away. So within next 7 days, you should be able to talk to your ideal person. If you talk, then you will see what change will happen in your life. Huge change will happen in your life. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and we'll meet tomorrow again. I'm going to give you assignments. Please finish them.